All right.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Rolling Over the Hill. And before we get started, I just see right away living active 116. And please just tell me your name. Am McCrazy, Mo Crazy. Tell me your names. Because it doesn't show it on my end, and I'm sorry I don't know everybody's code name. But no, you're not too young. This we talk about both aging with a disability. We talk about just being older with a disability. 50, I was already feeling like I was 90, and now that I'm shit, I don't even know how old I'm.
How old are
I don't even 54. Yeah, no, you're fine. You're fine. So, welcome in, Living Active. Love to see you here. And I am Bobby Rohan. I'm a C5, C6 quadriplegic. Take it away, Chad.
Hello, my name's Chad Dismukes. I'm a C5-6 quadriplegic. Broke my neck in a diving accident. I apologize for the bad connection. Hopefully, it'll settle in. And the yeah, I run a website, chairlife.com. Yeah, glad to be here. Thanks for having me, Bobby. And Paul, all yours, Paul.
Hey, welcome everybody. Good to see you. My name is Paul Gustafson, C56 quad as well. Hurt 41 plus years.
You go like,
starting to lose count here from a motor vehicle crash. Great to be here. Great to see everybody. Seems like it's been a while since we've had a show. I don't know. Time has slowed down or what? Usually it goes the other way.
Who knows? Who knows?
It's been a while since we've all three been on together. Where's Robin today?
Because we have Christmas and New Year's was on a Thursday, so that canceled us out. Then our Rolling with the Golden Oldies canceled us out, and so it's been a while since we've been with you, and so happy you're with us. Before we start, unlike my partner on Tuesday, and I'm in charge of the show today. Ha ha, Sean. We are sponsored today by Mobility Professionals, Urology Professionals. They do help out the channel, and they help out my pal Sean, who really puts his time and his money into this. We sit here and we look good. That's all we're here for. So he puts in the hard work, and we look pretty. So, but with that, Mobility Professionals, if you're here in the Southern California area, look them up for your mobility and urology needs. And if you're out of Southern California, look up Urology Professionals. they might be able to help you. And if they can't, they will definitely help you in the right direction, in the sense that you're wondering about certain products of catheters, ostomy supplies, um, and whatever it may be. They can maybe send out some samples for you. They know they're not going to make have you as a client, but they'll be willing to help you out. And if you've heard anything else, let us know, so we can let the owner know, because I am personal good friends with the owner, because we serve on the same board of directors for a nonprofit together. So I would let him know, like, one of my listeners was not happy because nobody wanted to help him. But you have to remember, they can't take everybody's insurance. So, but look them up: mobility professionals, urology professionals.
And I'm going to add to that. Being up in Canada, I can't access them, but the urology professionals also has a great website that's got a ton of information on it. Even if you're just, doing some research, and I bet if you reached out to them, they would answer questions you had, even if they're not able to provide you the products.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Very knowledgeable.
Yep. 2026, boys.
2026.
We just jumped on for our first time. I know I've been with our Live to Roll family here. Thank you so much for everybody joining us on Tuesday, but welcome in. I'm glad you can join us on this Thursday. The last time I think we got together, we were talking about 2026 coming ahead, goals that we might have, and not New Year's resolution.
Yeah, you got it. It's
Yeah.
resolution.
I was thinking I was saying revolution. Oh
No,
no, solution. So we were. So I mean, mine. I got one, and it's not like, oh, and we always have, hey, it's a fresh start, restart yourself, and mine is to pick up where I left last year, and I did not meet it, which was push every day, 1 mile every day for 2025, which meant I would reach 365 miles. And I started late when I thought of this goal, and I was on track, and then I broke my collarbone. So now that
so you got a little bit of an excuse.
a little, not a little, but I did get to 330 miles, I think it was, right, Paul?
Yeah, I think it was 330.
Something like that, about 30 miles short. So starting in 2026, I'm happy to announce. Sorry, I got to look it up.
36, 37.
So I have pushed. Let's see if it gives it to me without delay.
Too many.
Go ahead and you talk now, because that's
Did
all.
you completely recover, Bobby, from your broken bone?
I would say for the most part, yes. And then right now, just starting about 2.5 weeks ago, I started physical therapy, because I just noticed that, and I think I explained it, that going across my body, I can just feel the tightness and I can feel the crunch, but there's no pain. And even my PT was saying, wow. But this has always been my arm that, so see, when I'm putting it behind me without trying to lean over, this is how far I can go. And now,
Tight though.
yeah, now look at the other side. So way different. I've been off like that. So yeah, so this side, doing what you were doing, Chad, was like this.
Uh-huh.
And then watch this side. It's comical. Hey, look how far I'm.
Yeah, you probably ought to not do that.
So, but it does. I feel the stretch now. And so with the PT, she's really working my arm, and still no pain. So I'm happy about that.
Does she figure it'll come, like you'll get more range in it? It'll stretch out more if she keeps working on it like that, and you keep doing that.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
How
awesome.
are y'all's arms? Can y'all straighten your arms out all the way? Pretty much.
Mm,
Like
I
out to
know,
this.
the one I beat Paul on. This is the only one I can beat Paul on. So I'm like right there. Go for it, Paul.
I
Forward.
gotta, I'm not bucking it as much. I'm sitting up straighter. I gotta keep my arms. If I
Yeah.
put it front, I tip
See,
over.
but when Paul goes overhead,
Yeah.
see, you beat me by a mile.
Man, I can't do that.
Yeah, here's my overhead. I'm like you,
Can
Chad.
you hold it up there?
Yeah.
Hold it.
But are your wrists do your wrists flip back when you do it?
Well, yeah. Look, right.
My left one does, but my right one doesn't.
Damn, Paul, you can really get. You don't have any tricep, do you, Paul?
No.
Are you sure?
Well, I no. Yeah, pretty sure. It's shoulder.
Damn, you can get it up there pretty good.
I maybe have a little bit of triceps on that side. Nothing on the left side.
Cheater.
And just flops. Cheater, I take that as a compliment. We figured out how to cheat, man. That's a quad's way.
I used to know this guy. I still know him. He's a quad, but he can stand, and so it's like, hey, dude, you can't own it. He can't. You can't say you're a quad. You can stand. It's like, man, you get it. Yeah, no, it's not fair. You don't
No.
qualify. It's funny. But he gets that 5 on rugby, and don't they rate him from 1 to 5 or something like that?
Oh yeah, because I had a buddy of mine. He had his spasms were so strong, he could stand. Use his spasms to stand and go down the aisle of the airplane, like when we were traveling as a team.
Really?
Getting into the aisle chair, his spasms were so strong, he could
Damn.
actually hop his way down the aisle of the airplane. But yeah, that's how they'll
Okay.
You
check.
get spasms, Paul, in your body?
Yeah, I do. My legs are quite spastic.
You
Uh,
take baclofen or something for them?
no, I don't. I have in the past. I've tried. It's helped a little bit. I find what helps me more is stretching and exercise. Like if I go for a good bike ride, man, my legs just calm right down. If I just using the other parts of my body, if I'm actually working out, that really helps my spasms. If I'm just sitting around all day, they're terrible.
Or
Or sitting
and they just jump, just that kind of thing?
fast, or they'll move. They'll go from my legs and they'll move up my back a bit, and my back will spasm and I'll tip over and
Yeah.
twist me
I normally
over.
don't get them unless I've got like a bladder infection or I'm full of poop or something like that. Then I'll get those big body spasms. Of course, I get them at night when I lay on my back. I sleep on my back, and so I'm straight. And then throughout the night, I'll get a pretty good spasm where they'll jump a little bit. But for the most part, knock on wood, I don't,
Okay, so because that's how I've been sleeping on my back more now too, and I've been raising my legs up to because I have a leg that swells, and that's been helping. But when your legs jump like that, or if they turn sideways, if your legs spasm and you turn sideways, how do you straighten yourself up?
So here's what I do.
Well, mine don't. I mean, I stay pretty straight all night. I don't. They don't jump up and move over. Like maybe early on when I was injured, they might have spasmed and you know
Yeah,
bent and fell over. But now they stay pretty straight.
I spaz up and I tip over onto my side, and I'm sleeping on my side.
Well,
That's kind of good in a way. I mean, if
but
it
if you
works,
want to stay with your feet up, I'm going to tell you those decorative pillows that women like to put on the bed. They're big and they're fluffy, and you put your if you put your head or your legs, it just squishes up, and then you got this U shape of where
Yeah,
it
yeah,
won't go off. And I put two underneath me, so my legs are up. And you've seen my legs, Paul. They're skinny as you
yeah.
but they don't, and then I know when I have all the spasms because they're like this. They don't fall off that big fluffy big ass pillow, and they don't go off the side, so I can stay on my back.
Those pillows I got stacked up on the chair in my bedroom, I should use them. Is that what you're telling me?
well, are you guys mobile at night? Like if you're on your back, Paul, can you get over onto your side and then move back over onto your back and so on? Are you pretty bed mobile?
If I'm on my back, I can get onto my side with my spasms. but then I can't get back over because my legs are so heavy and tight. But what I've been doing is, because I'm alone now, what I've been doing is sitting the bed up. So I sit myself up if my legs are bent up, and I'll push them as straight as I can, like just, and that might only be 2 inches, 3 inches, but just push them down a bit, lay myself back down flat, and then on the other side of the bed, I've got a strap, like a ladder strap, that I grab onto and I just pull on it. And if my legs are straight enough, they'll spasm themselves straight again, and then I can get back over on my back and then raise the bed up again. So it's been working so far, but I mean, it kind of sucks because it's like 3 in the morning. You're like wide awake trying to reposition yourself.
Hey, before we move on,
Uh,
just want to recognize two things
Sorry.
in yeah, just let me recognize Luis. Hey, bud, welcome in, man. We miss you. Hope you're doing well. I tried calling you, and I know you're probably busy. Just love to hear from you, and I'm glad you're here. So welcome in. And then where is it? Are we gathering for no reason? I'm not sure if you're talking about our topic. I think like today we're just doing an open discussion kind of and letting it roll. Like what we're doing is talking about our sleeping habits. I do have, and something that we talked about, new news. And we were talking about what new news was. And as I told people gathering this year in the last couple episodes, Skippy is my new friend. It's ChatGPT. And I asked Skippy, who do you think I said it was?
Peppy.
Peppy. Peppy or I might even change it to Peppy. That's a funny one. I like that. You know, I just said, hey, something that is news to talk about on my podcast today regarding spinal cord injury. So we have that. So we'll get to that. So, and yeah, thanks.
Leon's making some good comments about spasms too. Is they do help with atrophy, and I think they probably help a little bit with bone density and circulation and all that kind of stuff too. So
I always love clonus. As annoying as it is when your legs are going do 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 do. I love it. I wish.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever taken mushrooms, psychedelic mushrooms?
Nope.
Yeah, I've tried them once in a real low dose, and it doesn't. It causes that, and I've asked some other quads that have done that before too, and it just doesn't work. I mean, just the spasms. I think because it's a central nervous system, whatever it does, it acts it within that central nervous system. But yeah, it's the same deal. Those legs. Anyways,
Two good
sorry.
questions just came in, right? Do you know any tools I could use to sit up in bed?
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know your level of injury. And like
Jay's pretty close to us.
Yeah.
Jay's pretty close to us.
If you guys can put in your name, Mo Crazy, Living Active, just so I have a reference. I'm sorry. I don't want to call you by that, and I want to call you by your name. But Paul, do you? I mean, I have an answer, but do you have an answer?
Well, Jay's pretty much. You're pretty much a very similar level to the three of us here.
Yeah.
And what I've been doing is electric bed. My electric bed is what I do, so I can raise my head up, feet up, but it also goes up and down as well. So
I don't have the legs that go up. I never liked that part. And
I've only started using it. I've never used it before, so.
Well, what I like, I've got the head and the feet that go up, and what I like about the legs being able to go up is you don't slide down so much. You can I bring my legs up first, and then my head if I'm going to be sitting in the bed. Otherwise, I end up too low, I sleep by myself, and if you get too low in that bed, and then you sit the head, I don't know, it kind of makes me nervous. I don't like being in the bed, in general. So. Yeah, and that's what it's beneficial for me because I can raise those feet, get up on my elbow, and then slide myself back.
That's exactly, yeah. I agree, Chad. And I'm 6'2", so if I don't raise my feet up and just my head, then my feet are hanging out the end of the bed.
Well,
So yeah, you will slide down. So
Is
that's
so
what
your remote for your bed tethered on a cord, or is it a remote free? Is it
it's
wireless?
it's just a yeah, it's not tethered.
So
okay.
what do you do? I mean, are you cert? Do you when you're flat? Do you fish for it, or what do you? How do you? I mean, what are you doing? I mean, I'm fishing for my cord in the morning, when I'm flat, just to get the cord and pull it up, so that I can sit up. And I got a little bit of bed anxiety, man. I don't like being flat, and I'm afraid to be stuck. It makes me nervous. So I'll even wake up like sometimes I'll get anxiety in the night, and I'll just be
I have
thinking, man, I want to make sure I can get my remote, because it makes
I've
me nervous.
had mini panic attacks, man, and it's nuts. I so I'm just figuring this stuff out myself. So I've been laying it right across my belly, and it works good. It'll stay there unless I have a spasm. Like the other night, I lost it. I didn't know where the hell it was. It got caught up in my covers.
Well, Paul, I'm gonna
Well,
send you. Did I send you some of those lap trays,
No, not yet.
dude? Yeah, I'll send you some of these lap trays because these lap trays that we sell on ShareLife, that's one of them was designed for the remote. In that you can put the remote there on it, and you Velcro it on there, and all your remotes onto it, and then you can. It's got the little hook kind of thing on it.
are
I'm
you
trying to
talking?
get one here. And then that way you can grab it. Um,
Oh yeah, it's got a nice handle.
yeah, and you can get it and then pull it up to you and have all your remotes and stuff right there.
Well,
Um,
or you can do is Velcro it to, like you said, you broke Velcro
there
your.
you go. That one there's a beautiful thing to use for this. Yes, that was originally a remote holder, is what it was designed for. Because no matter where it is in the bed, you position and you can fish for it. You can throw your arm out and get it. With our gimpy hands.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And you know what? I used Velcro for my dad. So my dad was losing his remote in his memory care facility. Go figure. Dad, where's your remote? I don't know. Um, so I Velcroed it to one of those. The smaller one though, Chad. I should have done bigger. But he rips it off because he doesn't know. He's like, and one time I caught him. He's like, "Why is this sticking?" And I'm like, "Because you lose it." But we wouldn't have that problem. We know.
Yeah, that's these things we think about when we're sleeping alone. You're just now experiencing all this. It's a new world, isn't it? Sleeping alone.
world. Yeah, it's a new world.
So
Yeah.
there's one plan of attack. So with what you're saying, Chad, I don't know if you wrap it around. I know you don't have
Well,
bed.
no, mine's not wireless. So
Right? Oh no,
mine's on the wire. You
right.
know.
So what you can do is they're on Amazon or on some sites you can find is like some people just have like it tucks under the bed and then it comes up and it's like a small rail to just
That's what I have.
and
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then you wrap that around that like if you were in the hospital. They do this for me in the hospital. So if anything, I know where that cord is, and then if it fell off the bed, I can pull it back up. That's my starting point to find my remote.
Yeah.
See, now everything is that in my room is done by my phone, meaning my TV and my bed, because I have a sleep number, so I can do it by my bed. So it's on my phone, and I always just put it to the side of my hip.
Yeah.
Uh,
And I got
hey,
and
so do you have anyone at the house anymore, Paul? Your daughters are in college, correct?
Yeah, they live with me though. They're
Oh, they do. Okay.
so yeah.
Yeah. Do they ever go and sleep out though somewhere and you're home alone and that kind of thing?
This weekend's going to be the first time
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
going out of town for the weekend, so I'm going to be home alone.
Good. Well, yeah. Hey, I've felt the anxiety as far as making sure somebody's going to come in the morning. Double check, triple check. Make sure you have your phone and a couple of other backups in the bed. And you
Yeah,
don't lose that remote for the bed. So
I
yeah,
remember when my
right.
my wife went down, or even way before she went down with her aneurysm, but when she had gone out of the country into Mexico with some friends, I'm like, I got it, I got it,
yeah.
and then
Yeah,
and it's like.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to know this.
But
Yeah,
it's
well, you just you
morning,
plan.
and
Key is to plan
yeah,
because man, don't lose that damn bed remote and make
well,
sure whoever's coming up
or
there
no,
in the
your
morning
phone,
shows up.
your phone is what you want, and because you're waking up at literally 5 a.m. going, okay, it's only five. The person that's supposed to come, even if you've had them 1,000 times and you're alone, you're
Yeah,
like, oh my god, I hope they're coming. And
yeah.
I wake up like every 10 minutes. I'm like,
Oh yeah,
I don't even need the snooze.
Yeah, and I even sometimes in the night will sit the bed up just to have my head up so that I have a little more ability just in case, that
Uh,
I don't know. I don't know. I've been stuck flat before with a thunderstorm coming through here and no power and not able to get the bed up and just
oh, I remember.
went in my head and it was not good. It was not good.
the
Jeez.
day the thought that ran through my head was completely switching my sleep and wake times. Sleep during the day and stay up all night.
Yeah. Hey,
Well, then I mean, then I don't have to worry about that nighttime stuff. And
So
this shit is. I mean, this shit is real. I mean, it's we make it look easy, but but behind the scenes of it all, it is what it is. What it is. That's why I always say we're champions, man. There's no doubt about it. It's like, eesh,
so
sheesh.
I still kind of want to get back, to really Jay.
yeah,
I really want to help Jay. Do you know of any tools I could use to sit up in bed? And we
stretching as
sitting up, and then as Jay, is indicating that C4 5, I have an electric bed, but I still can't seem to get all the way forward and stretching. I
so
did it. So
okay.
Paul, I know you're going to say something if you don't mind.
Go ahead. You go ahead.
Yeah, there's these straps that you can put on the end of your bed and pull them up, and they're on your side. If you're a back sleeper like me,
Yep.
you sit up in your bed, and then these straps, you can try to pull yourself forward.
They're called ladder straps
Yes, ladder
Thank,
strap.
thank you. I should just have you talk. So
because that's what I do to. I have that to go sideways. I haven't got them tied on the end of the bed to sit up yet, but that's a great idea because that would work really well.
Leon,
They
you,
had it years ago.
yeah, it's how high you can get that bed up. I mean,
Yeah.
C4, 5, J, it's that, right. You said it. It's that fine line. It just sucks, and
We live on that fine line. We we own that fine line, don't we?
oh,
Yeah.
far. John said, and then I want to get to John real quick. I thought this was important because we said something about having spasms. And no,
Mhm.
not true, per se. Per se, it's not always true. I thought spasms were from pain below our injury.
But yeah.
Well, I mean, it probably. I mean, our bodies can't fit. It's got to hurt sitting all day, and
Well,
it can't.
okay, I'm going to put it to this: no, I think spasms too are more caused not from pain. Yeah, we think like, oh, we want to. Hey, Brandy, we think we want to that when our knees jump up or our legs start.
Guys, I'm gonna
You know,
step out for a moment.
yeah, not a
Pardon me
problem.
for a minute.
Chad.
Thank you.
Chad's working at the same time, everyone. So, to me, oh, hey, Bobby. Um, oh, look at that Crown Royal back there. All right. And then he's doing his putting some air in his lungs. Love it. With the water.
Yeah.
Chad, can't wait for you to come back. But what I was going to say is, I think a lot of my spasms come from just being tight.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm really tight, especially in the morning, my legs have been out on those pillows, perfectly still because I don't want them to jump off the bed, which it has happened. And
Yeah, that's
then maybe 2 to 3 times where the foot fell off and the other foot fell off, and all of a sudden I'm like, whoa, 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 I'm going off. One time on the floor, one time where I park my chair there all the time. Because I forget who said it. They use their John. My remote goes on my chair when sleeping. Yeah.
That's
Sometimes
where my
I put my
goes.
water bottle.
Well,
Um, I always have this water bottle for the night, and I put that there. And
that's a good idea. I should do that.
uh, so then, when if my legs fall off, which they haven't for years, that's the reason. But in the morning, they take that pillow out, and everybody now calls it the hockey move because my knees are going like this, woof, and they gotta duck and move. So
Yeah, right.
yeah, they're helping me take off my undies from the night, and they're like, whoa, you know. So spasms are not because of pain. They're called from clonus, meaning your legs get into a certain position and it just causes this clonus where it's just,
Yeah.
and then you're spastic where I don't know what that one is called. I'm not a professional in spasms where they just jerk up.
So I was told that it was messages because there's interference because of the spinal cord injury. Messages are trying to go from your lower limbs, or even if it's in your hands, you get spasms in your hands even. And it tries to go to the brain, but it can't get there. And it bounces back down, creating the spasm. Is how it was explained to me way back in the day. Yeah, the nerve signals, they can't get through, so they bounce back down. That's what I was told.
Mm, I'm not going to say it's
I don't
not.
know.
Yeah, yeah, that's like you said, Bobby. I'm not a professional, so I don't. I know I got him. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
I get them here and there, but I don't. They're not. I don't have them all the time. But
and then having an Apple Watch or your phone um, next to you to make phone calls. Yeah, that's always great to have, or even have an Alexa.
So I got the
Yeah,
Google Home.
and they can make
do
it.
you have things, Paul?
What's that?
Do you have an Apple Watch or else one of those
Yeah,
Amazon?
I got an Apple Watch and I got a Google Chrome. So, and on my Chrome, like on my Google thing, Google Home or whatever the thing's called, I can talk to it to make a phone call. So I can
Okay,
get
cool.
call my neighbor if I need to. I call him my 911 buddy because he's right there and he'll pop over if I need to. And
That's cool. Yay! Thank God we have friends like that, or
yeah,
neighbors.
Well, he lives next door to a husband that is married to a quad that can just like, I know what
yeah,
you're going through, Paul. I'll be right there for you, Paul.
yeah,
Oh, really? Oh God, lucky you. That's cool.
For
yeah.
my neighbor, I called them one time almost falling. Like I shut my front door and my chair whipped around and I was down like this and I knew like my hips were ready to come out. Like
Careful with those demonstrations, Bobby.
I know, like they are now. The struggle is real, folks.
Yeah, dude,
Duh.
we're gonna
So
watch a live demonstration.
worse,
Yeah.
my phone was on the ground and it was facing up because if it's facing down, you cannot say anything to Siri. So it was
Hmm.
facing up. So warning on iPhone users: if it's down, it will not work. So I called my neighbor and he's just like, "So what do you want me to?" And I was like, "Gary, just come over to my front door, please."
Right now.
Because he's trying to. I don't understand what you're trying to tell me. I'm
Yeah,
I'm about to go out of my wheelchair at my front. Why or how? And I'm just like, I don't care. Just get over here. Because I did not want to take a header. Because once I was going to be out, he wasn't going to be able to help me into my chair. So,
yeah.
yeah.
Teresa, I'm the same, Teresa. I don't have them unless I've got something underlying going on, or I sit too dang long throughout the day and just my body's stiff from sitting.
See,
Yeah.
done where it's my first 25 years. No, nothing. I could, I can make it happen in the sense like, oh, they asked me, do you have spasm? Only if I did this, and then it would
Um,
go do do do.
yeah.
Now that's gone, but the morning spasms are bad. So I think it's weird how our body does change.
Mine like my legs are very, very tight. They're my it's like my muscles are always contracted. Like you can feel knots right in my, particularly right behind my knees, like right kind of that hamstring area, right in my thigh. It's tight there always. So it's the having sensation, because I've got some sensation, as a I say it's a blessing and a curse. It's nice to have it, but sometimes, man, I wish I couldn't feel it.
Also, I
Oh,
some
you do have sensation, Paul, below your level of injury.
I have some, yeah, yeah, I do.
But also,
Fortunately,
like Teresa said, it is nice to only have spasms when you have a UTI, so you know you have the UTI,
yeah,
disc
you know
issues,
that something's wrong. Yeah,
obviously broken bone, and then skin breakdown. So that is nice to have just that. Like for us, I guess um, broken bone. We're in dysro, or if our skin's broken down underneath, I can totally tell.
yeah.
It's weird. Broken bone was only like it had to be more than like 30 or 40 hours later, then I would get the bad dysreflexia. Never in the first 24 hours of the ones I've done.
So
So,
I've never broken a bone, knock on wood. So I don't know what's would happen. I know Leon had asked earlier too about having a pressure sore from sitting up in bed too much, like from having the bed go up. It was early on he had mentioned that. I haven't experienced that. I know, have either of you had any issues with pressure marks on your butt because you're sitting up in bed?
not,
I haven't, but I'm aware of it. So I mean, I'm conscious of it. That how long I've been sitting up in the
Yeah.
bed. I make sure I try to do a pressure relief, lay flat for a little while longer, and then a little bit and sit up. And I'm conscious of how long I've been sitting up. It that never goes away. As you know what I mean. We're always monitoring. I think of our what's going on. We have to always think we got to think with our eyes. We can't feel, so we just got to think with our eyes and not. Yeah.
well, I'll tell you one thing about my redness too in the morning. Yeah, it should be red in the morning. I was on it all night. But what we do is it's called 90 seconds. So as long as we can see that the redness is going dissipating in 90 seconds, um, then we know we're good. It's kind of like holding something against your fatty area, like your thighs, and put some pressure on it for 90 seconds and then let go. And if it dissipates in, that 90 seconds to back to normal, it's okay. So what I do is stay on my side in the morning and then until everything is cleared up.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Don't talk all at once.
That's good.
The
I like that 90-second rule.
Mm.
That's a good rule of thumb to follow.
Well, and as a colostomy user, um, Paul and we do a lot of workouts. So I'm using a belt. I don't know where my belt is. Shit.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there it is.
just strap in so you don't fall
That
over.
wasn't in my use. So we use a belt and I use this, Velcroed, and I Velcroed it myself up. And I use that for balance when I work out. So I don't have to worry about my balance and I can work more on my arms and get my arm to go straighter. And so my colostomy is right here where I'm putting my belt. And the type of colostomy wafer I use against my skin, it protrudes into my skin, so nothing can happen underneath. It's called, where any leakage, or it's called pancaking underneath the colostomy. So when I take off the wafer, it is a scary 2 minutes for me because I'm looking at how bad my skin is, how red, and so I leave it off, and I have like a 4x4, just leaving it off, wash around, take about 2 minutes, and then boom, the skin's almost back to normal. I mean, I
Mm.
shouldn't say almost, it is back to normal.
Yeah.
Hey, Paul, how is the not to keep asking questions about the your situation right now? It's by yourself, but how has it been with the caregiver? And is that how is that the interpersonal been with the caregiver and their job and doing what they're supposed to be doing and that kind of thing?
Right now, I am so lucky. I have a really good. It's a male caregiver who I've never really had before, um, and he's really good. But I only have him. So he went away last weekend for a few days, a couple 3 days, and I had other people coming in, and they were good as well. But it was like starting over.
Yeah.
But it's an agency I've hired, so they come, which is
Uh,
good. Um, their timing is a little off, and then it's like I said, it's like day one. You got to tell them everything. The
yeah.
fellow that I got that comes regularly, though, we have a routine down today, and he does everything. Like he'll shovel my driveway, he vacuums, he empties a dishwasher, he helps me with breakfast.
That's
Um,
awesome.
plus all the personal care, like the helping me with the bowel care, helping me get up in the morning, helping me in the showers, and
Yeah.
he's really good. And has some funny stories.
Is that like, and it takes you about, is it about a 2.5 to 3 hour from him showing up until he leaves kind of deal?
It's been about 2 hours,
Uh-huh.
which I was um, budgeting for three. I thought it would be three, but it seems to be about two. He helps me with my legs with stretching. Um, so when I'm doing some of my own stretching, plus he does some of the stretching for me, more of the passive stuff. So that's good.
Hmm.
And it's been about two, maybe just over 2 hours.
Yeah, that's I'm about the same, about 2.5, between 2 and 3 hours. It's
Yeah,
a give and take. It just depends if we're doing a bowel day or we're not, and
yeah,
that.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
same,
Yeah.
same. Exact. Sounds like we got kind of the same routine going on. I'm just
That's-
really nervous that he's the only guy I got, and I know it ain't gonna last forever.
yeah. Well, that's when it's good, and
Yeah,
when it's bad, it's bad. Well, as far as the caregivers go,
Yeah.
it's I mean, it's I've got two right now that are working great. I had to get rid of one, and one I had three, and I had to get rid of one, and the one of the other two that I had stepped into the role and is taking on more hours, and they're working out great. But again, that all cycles. That's not forever. And it's
yeah,
just like, okay, so when it's good, it's great. But hell, then it's you gotta find someone new and it's a kind of a and I run into issues too. I've been for the last I've got two 17-year-olds and have was married, and that was always an issue just with having someone in my home with my family here. It just was a tricky situation.
yeah,
Not to get up on this being the topic, but you know what I mean. It's just that whole dynamic is really a balancing act. I don't know that I don't know, but that's a tricky one in itself. You
yeah.
know,
Mhm.
You have somebody coming in the evening as well, or just in the morning?
and no, I have someone come in also in the evening. Uh,
Yeah,
Helps me, at like 9:30 comes in and helps me go to bed, and um, most of the time I'll fend for myself as far as trying to find something to eat and that kind of deal. Um, but yeah, it's kind of
Yeah, I
just
remember
it's
that time period that I had where nighttime I'm like, what am I going to eat? And it was a
yeah,
struggle, but eventually I found my grocery store, and at the time it was not expensive like it is now. So
Well, yeah, you just got to plan. If you
yeah,
plan and you have a make meal prep is a great thing. If you can get ahead of it and do it.
well, and at this little bit high end, it was called the Pavilion, so like their upgraded Safeway, and they were doing pre-made sushi. So I was eating a lot of sushi, um, and noodles. I think that's where my quad get came into really play. I was eating a ton of noodles, but
Well,
yeah,
it's such a balance and act on okay, pretty affordable food and healthy,
yeah,
versus
oh yeah.
it's just that because
When
hell
you're
we
not, yeah, you don't have
fast food
enough.
all day, but it's not the best for you.
that's what I'm trying to figure out now because I don't know how to cook. I did
Yeah.
Bobby's heard all about it, but I bought an air fryer now, so I'm trying to. We're using the air fryer a little bit because the girls are helping a lot now, but they're not
Mhm.
always here. Not going to be here. This weekend's going to be an adventure. I bought a little microwavable rice cooker, Um,
Yay.
just came so I can make my own rice in the microwave. So I think that's going to be cool.
What about a little toaster oven? Do you have a toaster oven?
Don't have a toaster oven. I did the air fryer thing instead. I thought I'd start with that. I don't know where I'm going to put all these appliances. I am
Well,
buying.
okay. Sorry, Paul. You bought the wrong one because
I've got,
my
I've got a little shelf down low about down here my knee level, and that's where I put my appliances, especially my toaster oven. And I'm
Yeah,
able to take a sliding board or else one of my trays and slide the food over into the microwave or into the toaster oven and then slide it back out. You just gotta again, you gotta think with your eyes because hell, I can't feel my hands. So you got to be careful. You don't burn your damn
yeah.
hands when you're trying to
Or
get
let
it in.
it cool off, and then you're like, "Damn, I got cold food." Paul,
yeah.
I should have told you, and I
The
said,
toaster is better than the air fryer, right?
"Well, no, 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 no. I got the Cuisinart. It's got the warmer, it's got the toaster oven, and the air fryer, and the oven bake. So
It's got
for
all of them. I
yeah,
looked at them. I looked at them, but then
yeah.
I got
So
down the YouTube
and
channel,
then
and they're
you get nervous when you buy things.
fine. Well, I think I can still take this one back. It's one of those Amazon purchases where you can send it back, and get the toaster oven or the one that's a oven, yeah, oven, air fryer, all in one thing, eh?
Yeah, those are pretty. I've got one that's about yay big, and it's but you can get things in and out of it, and I can cook in it for the most part, as far as not major
Yeah,
things, but a little bit here and there, enough to keep my belly full, to keep
yeah.
me from
Our good friend
passing out.
on the they showed Tom when he had his cooking demonstration. It was all about the level of height, and bringing that right where it's kind of right there, and you. I forget which one said it. I think Chad, you said about the sliding board having something like a cookie sheet. So that's what I've done in my air fryer. When I pull it out, I pull the basket out onto my cookie sheet, and then I bring the cookie sheet over to the table, and then that's how I can eat what I warmed up.
You know what I've always used that I still have today, and I use it every day is a clipboard, like a legal size
Well,
clipboard, where it has the thing where you can put the paper in,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
little clip. But also, and the great thing about that is it's got a little hole in the top, and I'm able to put my pinky in it. So I'm able to flip it over and then pull it. I'm able to use it like that, and as a slide out things out of the microwave
okay,
and that kind of
Chad,
thing.
an oxymoron. I just got my reacher or my hook it to pick up my. This is what also I use. So when I'm going to carry something hot, and I can already see like where the stains of oil have come on.
Uh-huh.
So here's, this is what I use to pull out. So I put this up on the counter. I pull out the tray, and
Thank God for that hook it, right? I swear to God, that hook it is that's the
here's the thing. And
lifesaver.
this is
it
the
just
only thing I do by myself is a baked potato. So I'm like, whoop, okay. And then potato usually rolls off the tray, and then I put it back on real quick, and I can feel my hands. I'm like, okay, not burnt, but hot. Yeah. And then I take a butter knife and I open it up, and then
push it
a
together.
little bit of butter. We're the freaks that leave our butter out all the time.
Yeah, well, I am
Yeah,
too until my cat gets in it and starts licking on it, and then
Oh, yeah,
it's like,
our
oh,
dog has also gotten into it. But a little bit of butter, and I have a baggie of chives. So you get the little baggie of chives,
yeah.
and then that's my lunch.
And
So
it, and if possibly from the night before you got a little chopped barbecue to put in there or some kind of meat or something, you're really living. That's awesome.
a little bit of elk jerky. Oh, I cut up a little bit of elk jerky and sprinkle that on top.
A little elf jerky. I love it.
Ooh.
hey, Rob, we are having a great day. Welcome in, Ishire. Welcome in. I'm thrilled that extended my caregiving support by 3 hours. Now they visit me 7 days a week, though only for 1 hour on 3 of those days. Yep. Hey, that's what I used to have, almost exactly when I was living on my own. I wanted to get to something that I've tried, and he brought it up, crazy, on this lift. Okay, have you ever tried or thought of Sure Hands lift for independence lifting as a lift transfer? That is an awesome transfer. So I used to have a hot tub, and that's what I use for my hot tub. I would use that, and it goes under. If I'm maybe I'm wrong, Jay, but you tell me. But I put it on
Yeah.
my arms, and then it would lift me up, and then I'd have two straps underneath. So it was a lot easier than a Hoyer lift than in that big, you know.
Oh yeah, that's the one I'm seeing here. Yeah, that,
Mhm.
all the different ones, but that's the one that Sure Hands. It goes under your arms.
That sure hands. I have a friend that's a quad like us, and he uses it getting in and out of bed, and or getting in. I mean, getting out. He uses it getting out also, but yeah, ideally just to go to bed, and it goes in the ceiling and stuff. If you don't mind that being in your ceiling, and that's a great thing. I mean, hell,
Mhm. Yeah, if you have it in your house, Leon, and because I brought up Tom, has anyone heard from Tom? It's been a while. Unfortunately, I did try to call him and wish him Happy New Year. I haven't gotten a call back, and I have this sticky note on my computer that has every day I've been calling one person that I need to catch up to. Today was a good friend of mine. I haven't heard from in a while, so I called him, but he's on my list to cross off. So I hope he's doing well. The last time I called him, I got a voicemail, and I don't. I
I'm
hate.
gonna reach out to him too. We need to shake his cage a little bit.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, but I think he's doing good. Yeah, we miss, and maybe Paul can start this up. The cooking show that we used to have, being that you're learning.
There you go. There you
That
go,
could
Paul.
be interesting. That could be interesting. I could try.
So, and then
We,
McCrazy.
we could do a one that's craft dinner versus KD.
Yeah, there you go. McCrazy, I can't see, but it comes out like this on our end. So hopefully they're good faces. I don't know. I can't see it. That's how it comes out on my end. So, um, and for Rob and Tara, they're on visiting. Um, Rob has been in our chat for a while. We have Rob and Tara coming on this Tuesday.
Nice.
Sean and I, and hopefully we got Rob and Tara at the same time. And I cannot wait. Please check out his YouTube channel, Rob and Tara, because I get a kick out of it. He's got some awesome quadriplegic music that is in the background. When you really start listening to lyrics, I was like, wow, those
Okay.
are powerful.
Right
I'm
on.
excited to hear him. You know, he's out there working out. The other day, not the other day, but I saw this a while ago, and he does. Paul, you'll like this with his wife. Um, the static hold challenge. You know, and they're both like this, doing it as long as they can.
Oh, right on.
Oh yeah, it was awesome to watch. So I can't wait. We're gonna have you on. So until then, can't wait to have you, Rob, on Tuesday. Um, so,
Yeah.
and we're not trying to close out the show. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I do want to get to something. We have a lull in the conversation. We have 19 people watching. If you and only 12 likes. So if you haven't hit that like button, please hit that like button. It does help out the channel somehow. I don't know how, but I was going to give everybody. I talked to. Wait, you have my new name, not Skippy. Dippy,
Peppy.
Peppy. Okay, so I got
Peppy.
my chat GBT. Like your new name is Peppy, and I'm sure it's gonna love that. So, like a dog loves a new name. I was like, who the fuck are you talking to? Oh, who the heck are you talking about to? So I asked Peppy, give me something that is in the news to talk about on my podcast today regarding spinal cord injury. So it gave me three quick things. Um, the new one was a new epidural stimulation program just launched in the Middle East. So leave it to the Middle East to be ahead of the United States. So um, FERTA, ERITA Neuro has just teamed up with Frankie University, FAKEEH. I'm probably doing a dishonest to those two names, hospital in Dubai to start one of the first advanced epidural stimulation program for people living with spinal cord injuries in that region. This technique involves implementing a program stimulator near the spinal cord to help reactivate nerve pathways and improve voluntary movements. I don't know if you want voluntary, yeah, you do. Voluntary bladder and bowel control, blood pressure regulations, which I told the guys just before we got on here, my blood pressure was 81 over 57. And
Mm.
it has already been shown to create real improvement in people who were once told they would never move again. This explains this expansion into Dubai means patients from Europe, Africa, and the Gulf won't have to travel halfway around the world to get access in this cutting edge approach. Now, for somebody that doesn't, I've heard that the stimulators are out there. I didn't know if it was here or anywhere else. You know, I mean, I it could be here in the United States, but it sounds like it's happening in the Middle East. That was number one. So um, that can probably open a whole can of worms. And
I,
I'll just say these two things and then we can expand. Also relevant in the conversation, new research shows age doesn't limit neurological recovery from SEI, even though functional mobility outcomes can still vary by age. Worth talking about for motivation and realistic expectation in recovery. So shows that age doesn't limit our neurological recovery after SCI. And then last but not least, Spinal Cord Research Plus, the Reese Foundation just awarded 1.5 million and millions in grants targeting therapists like gene and stem cell approaches to actually restore function after a traumatic SCI. That's the kind of funding story your listeners. Oh, I'm not supposed to say that. That's the kind of funding story your listeners in the community care about. Maybe I don't know if you guys care about it. So
if you could feel again, do you want to feel again? You want to take the chance of throwing the dice and it just I don't know. What do you think? You want to feel your body again
so this is a
after what 30 years plus in the chair?
well. Okay, I'll go off this. Okay, with the stimulator. After 36 years, it might not be quite for me. In the sense that after 36, Chad, how many years for you?
30.
So I don't know if your pain has gotten worse like mine. And they do say the spinal cord does heal a millimeter a year and
Yeah,
does show
see, I don't.
that.
Knock on wood. I don't have any pain below my. I'm complete from my. I'm C56 complete, so I don't have. I can't feel anything, and I don't. So I don't really knock on wood again. But I don't have any pain. For
Okay.
I don't feel it.
And maybe
Uh,
I thought I
that,
was
that would be my. That's why it kind of make me nervous to feel again because I'm sure it's got to hurt. It's sitting if sitting this many hours a day, your body and back has got to be, it's got to hurt, I would think. A
Yeah,
little bit.
I can, I can concur. It does hurt.
Yeah. Does, yeah, see, you can feel it. It hurts. Huh? Yeah.
And I've got some arthritis issues too, so it's so that pain level. I don't know if it. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, it hurts. It hurts. Just straight up, it hurts.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, sensation, though, what I can say about the advantage to it is I know where my body is. If
Yes.
my foot falls off my chair, I know my foot falls off my chair.
Hmm.
If if I'm not sitting, if I'm not positioned right, I know. If I'm sitting too much on one hip, I know. Like I can tell. That's an advantage. I had an epidural once where I didn't have any, so I lost the sensation below my injury level, and I couldn't sit up. I felt like I was sitting on a bowling ball or sitting on a big ball, like I was just roly poly, and I had no balance, no nothing. Um, so that's my experience with sensation. But as I get older, and like Bobby was kind of alluding to there, um, the pain is real.
Yeah. Mm. Can
So
you feel below your level of injury, Bob?
no, I don't have feeling, but I think as the time has gone, it's not feeling like any touching um, or burning. I just feel like somebody's stabbing my freaking legs all day long. Uh,
Really?
10 years ago, it was started with like deet, 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 like somebody takes that little needle and just like let's hit here, let's hit there,
Mhm.
there. And then over time, it's gotten like, that's a little bit of a thick needle. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Stop doing
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
And then it was becoming into a little steak knife. Dee, 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 dee. Now we're up to, the axe murdering type of knife, and then if it's not the knife, it first turned out that it was like sitting next to a fire or a space heater too close, even though I
Well,
wasn't.
I guess that is a plus to being able to have some sensation.
Now, and I thought I was complete, and that's what I've been told, but I don't know. I don't know.
Well, like that article you just read, or what you mentioned earlier, it sounds like that, or you said the fact that the spinal cord does grow back. Didn't you say something like
No,
that?
I've been told that by my spinal cord doctor, my
yeah.
neuro,
I've
my
heard
yeah, for
the same
all of
thing.
it. Yeah, so it does do something. Teresa said something good, that that same thing that I read was in Dubai, and I think it's really coming, that it's
Mhm.
more access for people in the Middle East. But she says there's a trial program in San Diego, so
Yeah.
that's awesome to hear. Um, yeah, and then incomplete. Yeah. Um, and maybe I am, but Paul, I know you feel like you're sitting on stone all day, right?
Depending on the day, it depends, and that's where the spasms come in. Um, like today, I actually feel really good. I don't have any lower back pain today. My butt's a little tingly, but I mean, you just wiggle around a little bit and it's okay. But yeah, some days I feel like I'm sitting on my cushion and it's quite comfortable. And some days I feel like I'm kind of enveloped in the chair, and that's when it's not comfortable.
And really, my pain, it's annoying. I get through it. I love to exercise more than I probably do. Um, I exercise way too much, but because I don't think about the pain. And if I'm not exercising, the only thing it does is wear me out. I'm just exhausted by the end of the day. I'm like, yeah, I don't know if anybody else feels like that.
From the
Yeah,
pain, Bobby, it wears you out.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Where I finally get in the bed, I was like, oh, laying down, I'm kind of, you know, actually, I started hitting around noon,
Hey,
and it
do
feels
you guys get out of the chair at all during the day? And then, but are y'all in from the morning and then go all day and then get out at night?
once in a great while.
I get out when I transfer into my van. I drive from my van seat.
Uh,
But as far as like getting out on the couch and stuff,
Stretching
been
out.
years, yeah. And I've
Yeah.
got a couch that's kind of the right height to transfer, but I don't do it.
Yeah,
I don't,
I'm in the morning and go all day, and it's that feeling when you get in the bed and straighten out for the first time after 15 plus hours is so good, isn't it? It's like, yeah.
Yeah, and I think um, uh, right here, you guys are decades into your SCI. think, I know we don't relate to everybody, and I wish we had somebody that was just hurt a couple years ago. How fast is this supposed to regrowth alleged to be? Like the best way
So,
I can explain it, it was after 25 years is when I felt like somebody was taking that little pinprick, kind of like it felt exactly like when I was in rehab and maybe a year or two after, and they like, let's test, see how far it goes down. This is sharp, this is dull. And when you get that sharp and in that one sensitive area, you're like, ooh, sharp, okay.
yeah,
And it's usually for us higher quads, it's right in here, and you're kind of hypersensitive.
yeah,
Even I don't know if you ever get the
Yeah.
sensation where a shirt can be like, ooh, right
Mhm.
there at that line.
Yeah.
So
mine,
that
that's at my waist
okay, jeez.
with my sensation.
So that's what it felt like at first, and then it felt like my legs were warm. Like I was sitting next to a heater, and then it was getting hotter and hotter, and burning, and like I burnt myself, and like and sometimes I'd be at the sink brushing my teeth. The next thing I know, I'm like is it feels like maybe I had the hot water on or something, and but my pipes don't show, but it felt like maybe I hit my leg on a pipe because it just like the burning is just so painful.
Dude,
Yeah.
Bobby, I never realized that, like Derek said too, the pain wears him out. I never thought about that.
Oh,
About like that's
yeah,
wow. Huh.
And that's where pain management comes into play. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, and
Wow.
that's why I try to I exercise more than I should, uh,
Yeah.
and doing the miles that I have in this month because it does take it away. Um,
Huh. Huh. Yeah, I get pain in my shoulders towards the end of the night. They just burn, they'll burn in the right in the in the joint. Yeah, my shoulders hurt real bad, but that's just. But I can, it's above my level of injury, so I mean, I have sensation there. But yeah, it's interesting.
yeah,
I'm just noticing the time, gang, and I know I got another commitment here in
yeah,
20 minutes, and this has been an awesome conversation, and I don't want to shut it down. But I'm gonna have to fly very quickly.
yeah,
Um,
absolutely. So Bernard, timing is perfect. I'm a walker.
And to the guests, like you'd mentioned earlier at the beginning, Bobby, Bobby mentioned prior to us coming on the show that this year we're really gonna look forward to bringing some experts in and just some different people from some of the personalities from Instagram on and interviewing them and some professionals in the SCI medical community and talk about just different things. So yeah, thank you all for your commitment and showing up and and
yeah,
listening to it. And we have some good plans ahead, and hopefully we can work some things out and make that happen.
Absolutely, and not only that we talk about aging with a disability here, but we want to bring in those that it just affected, who might be in that stage of life where they've done it all, and now they're, a little bit older, and life is, at a halfway or all the way point of into the retirement, and get them on and see how it affects them. The three of us, we're very young, and so we don't know how all those levels. So we definitely want to make a commitment to those levels of somebody who just got hurt and aging with a disability to those that got hurt maybe way before it. Well, nobody can be our other co-host Bob, who wasn't able to make it today, and I should have mentioned that because he had a doctor's appointment. But yeah, so we're gonna make a commitment and try to do all those things. So before we leave, I just want to say a shout out to our sponsors, Mobility Professionals and Urology Professionals. We talked about them at the beginning. They're here in the Southern California for your mobility needs. They're nationwide for urology needs. Call them, see if your insurance takes them. If not, they are very helpful to help answer any questions you might have. And let's see here. Uh, Next Tuesday, please join Sean and I and maybe another one of our Live to Roll members with Rob and Tara. They're coming on. I can't wait to talk with him. Please check out his YouTube video before Tuesday if you can, Rob and Tara. And the music is just awesome. What he does is awesome. His positivity is awesome. Love the dynamics between him and his wife. I feel like I need to step up my game sometimes looking at his videos. So come join us.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. And I'd like to say to all some of the younger guys that happen to be in the chat today that slow and steady. Just be patient with it. It's a long haul, but just stop and pause, breathe, be patient because you can get through it and you can live a prosperous life. We're doing it. I'm still shit. I'm feeling good. I'm still ready to go out and have fun and do what I do. Getting up every morning and looking forward to it. So just keep your head up and when the lows are low, just sit with it and give it space and it'll pass. Everything cycles. So yeah.
Keep moving forward.
Yep. Slow and steady.
With that, before I get to party noise happy, we're gonna wrap that up. I just found them.
Who gave you those controls?
Take that away from him, Paul. Jeez, come on.
All right, with that, Paul's got to head out. We have to head out, actually. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you haven't hit that like button, please. Oh, we got 19 viewers, 19 likes. I love it. Check it out. Make sure you hit that notification button to know when our shows are going live. Love everybody so much. I think the three of us are here, and I know when Sean's on too, and Robert and our ladies, it's because of having, the people in our viewing and our chat and our likes. Thank you. Love you all.
Yeah.
Let's go.